All right, let's breeze through this. Nintendo Insider is the source of this news story. Alex Seedhouse reports. 9th January 2017, Microsoft Studios confirmed that after careful deliberation it had come to the decision to end production of Scalebound. It is yet another high-profile Xbox One exclusive that, along with Fable Legends, Microsoft had chosen to pull the plug on. The natural reaction was one of widespread disappointment. None more so than creator Hideki Kamiya, who at long last had the chance to express the love that he once had for the fantasy game in high school after the early excitement that the project was met with when it was revealed on stage at E3 2014. Scalebound's abrupt end had left fans with more questions than answers. However, we can be thankful that making Kamiya's dream a reality is far from over. I have confidence in my source to report that it is my understanding that Scalebound has been resurrected as a project to be released on the Nintendo Switch exclusive. Given Microsoft's previous involvement, it remains unclear to me whether development has been completely rebooted from scratch or at the very least ambition scaled back, seeing as it is now destined for the nimble but less powerful portable home console. Further to this, I believe that Scalebound is likely to be the game that's thought to be dead that Nintendo's reviving. That Game Informer senior editor Imran Khan had hinted at on Kind of Funny Games last week, although there's the chance that he could have heard about a different project that will be resuscitated. I think that's about how much I can get through it that quickly. I'm getting tongue-tied, but
that's some really cool news, Daniel.
Get the gist. Get the gist. I was trying to read it fast. Okay.
I don't know what happened there. It's just like words started happening, and I was like,
all the words.
So that's some really cool news, Daniel. If you see in the chat, there is Consumi888. He says, I hope it's Mega Man Legends 3, and that would probably be the non-Nintendo game that I would also choose, because Mega Man Legends 3 was... The Legend series was created after the series producer Inafune worked on...
Oh. Yeah, I just want another Star Tropics game.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, Mega Man Legends, the Legends series to Mega Man was created after the series producer, Keiji Inafune. We all had trouble pronouncing that on our top 5 canceled Mega Man videos.
Oh my gosh.
But the series producer also worked on the Zelda series. He made like 4 or 5 games for Nintendo. They did the port remake thing of A Link to the Past. They made Four Swords. They made Minish Cap. They made both Oracle games. They were going to be making a 3rd Oracle game, but that was canceled. And they were also making a remake of the original Zelda game, but that was also canceled. And I think they may have been working on another one as well, but I don't know. So there was like 5-ish games that they worked on over the course of like 7, 8, maybe 10 years. I don't really know how long. Point is, the guy made a lot of Zelda games. So after Nintendo was like, hey, we got this now, we can do it ourselves. He went back to Capcom and was like, I really had fun working on Zelda. Can we make our own game? And they're like, well, you're in charge of Mega Man. Why don't you make an adventure-style Mega Man game? And he's like, okay. So then he made Mega Man Legends. Legends, obviously, homage to Legend of Zelda. So, there we go.
I learned something now, just now. My mic was muted the first time.
No, Daniel.
What?
No, not Ilya.
I just want Star Tropics.
Tell Kayla she can go first with her game.
I'm so confused. I don't have an answer to this question, I can tell you that, so...
I said Mother 3 because it was canceled and everyone is heartbroken.
Well, not really, though. It was released in Japan.
Yeah, it just wasn't ported to America. It doesn't have...
We just never got it.
The Nintendo 64 version.
I can't Japan, so please translate.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Nintendo 64 version was canceled.
Yes.
Which it was really...
then reworked to the Game Boy Advance, like way scaled down.
Yeah, it was really cool because you can see... they showed a trailer that had like this bar scene in it, and then like that same bar is in the Game Boy Advanced version, but it's like 2D instead of 3D.
2D and
yeah, so
it's neat.
Yeah, it's cool to see them side by side, like when people make 2D versions of Ocarina of Time. But anyways, Ilya, you should think of what you were on the videos where we've talked about like 20-30 different canceled games.
Yeah. But most of them were like Zelda games that were like converted into other games, or they use those ideas, and I have
Do I need to remind you of
Do I need to remind you of
Do we need to remind
Can
you
I
of what
get
you were reminding
the
I can't think of the. No, I did that to.
Jesse, just a quick reminder.
Hmm?
Oh my god.
No. So, no. Okay.
The
so
legend of
I was
Every time
thinking.
you say now.
I was going to think. It's like in
Oh no.
How I Met Your Mother, where the girl's like,
But,
yeah.
But yeah.
But anyways,
Just a quick game.
in the video for Donkey Kong that we made, I can't think of the meme, but Tubes sent her emails, and I think we also did it for Metroid, where they were like, the titles were just stupid meme based. Like,
Yes. When we're emailing our sound files to each other for
yeah, like
editing.
Dinky King and Expand Dong and other stuff, because those are all like Donkey Kong memes. But I was originally going to be like, but then there's the video of, and then do once or twice, and then like start casually talking like this, but with the lyrics for the Donkey Kong thing,
Oh
the 64 song, like
Rap?
the meme that I sent you and Daniel, I think.
No,
I may
I
have sent it to
remember it.
Daniel.
I was listening to it, and no, you played it on the podcast.
No,
like, through your phone.
there was that, but then the other day on Valentine's Day, on Valentine's Day, I had sent Tubes, and I think I may have sent Daniel one as well, where it was like a Donkey Kong amiibo in a box.
Oh, yes.
And it was
Roses
like-
are red, violets are blue.
He's
the first member. Oh.
yeah. It said roses are red, violets are blue. He's the first member of the DK crew.
DK crew.
So, and then it was like a heart-shaped chocolates box with the Donkey Kong amiibo.
Perfect.
What does this have
Get
to
me
do
a
with
man like
cancel
that.
games?
Because I was going to say we did the video
question.
on the thing with the
Cancel Donkey Kong
and then
games?
after I said a couple of times, I was gonna say with
DK.
the member of
The
or the lead member, whatever of the it was a horrible joke that Daniel laughed harder at going god, and then like he chuckled once or twice. That's 3 times as better of a response as I would have gotten from the actual joke. So I'm still taking this as a win.
It's a win. It's a win.
To whereas if I would have given the actual joke, one person might have went in their head, like not even a verbal So
Jesse, MC in the chat asks if the next podcast that you're hopping over to will be viewable on the YouTube.
I don't know. I do know it'll only be audio.
It'll be on Zelda Universe
Yeah,
somewhere.
kind of sad.
Look at-
I thought Amanda was going to be on it.
Oh yeah, no. she's
Cody
not.
is though.
Who's Cody?
He's
Yeah,
the guy that
I'm already
runs.
jealous. I'm
he's
already jealous.
The webmaster. He was on
Fine. Your new best
Australia's.
friend.
He was on Australia's
Gosh.
version of Beauty and the Geek. Australia
Oh.
Beauty. Well, Beauty and the Geek Australia is the definitive
Neat.
Funny.
version. But yeah, it's really cool. But
Will the podcast be on MySpace?
I hope not.
it could be. I don't know if Zelda Universe has a MySpace. But anyways, who hasn't gone yet? Right? No
Daniel.
one's gone yet. Nope.
No one.
Tubes.
No, Kayla said Mother.
We've
I
just
already
talked
went.
about-
I
I
went,
just
and then
said
you guys laughed at
That's
me.
a non-answer. You can't
They
pick Mother
can't
3.
Japanese games.
Can't
Unless
pick
you
that
mean the
one.
Nintendo 64 version.
Yeah, sure, that one.
I just want another Star Tropics game. Wasn't the rumor that they were reviving a dead franchise or something? Not necessarily a canceled game. I thought maybe I misinterpreted the first rumor.
Technically, this
The second rumor
this
was
franchise
that the first
died
rumor
before
was
it even came
Scalebound.
out.
Before
Is
it
French
came out.
fries?
Yeah,
So it's
Scalebound.
not Star Tropics. Because that's a dead franchise, unfortunately.
No, you said, did they say dead franchise? And I said,
they?
technically, this franchise died before it came out.
The rumored one or Scalebound,
Scalebound.
specifically?
Because
Okay.
it was the one game for Xbox One, and then, yeah.
But I thought the initial rumor that came out on Kind of Funny was essentially that Nintendo was going to be reviving a dead franchise.
I don't know. But isn't Game Informer
But
the
maybe
same
I'm
people
missing.
that said, did they release that, the rumor a while back that's like, well, Nintendo, like the next Zelda game is going to be coming sooner than you think, or whatever.
I don't think that was Game Informer.
And then
I think that was The Gamer.
No.
Which was a horrible website. In general. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
It was Game Informer. Because I said, like... Yeah, because after they said the next Zelda game is coming out sooner than we think, like a few sentences later, they said, or the same guy had said, that Miyamoto or Aonuma never, like, they don't like to ever reveal or talk about the Zelda games they're working on before they're announced. And then I was talking to you, and I think Ilya may have been on it, maybe Chubes, I don't know. But I remember I specifically spoke to you, Daniel, so that's how I know you were on it. But because you and I worked on the video where we edited this part to put together, which came from a Game Informer interview. This guy literally interviewed Aonuma and Miyamoto, where they revealed a lot of information about the next 3D Zelda game and the next 2D Zelda game. And I'm like, you literally interviewed him right after Breath of the Wild was released and got information on 2 Zelda games. How are you going to say that they never reveal information on Zelda games before they release?
Maybe they told him that and they're like, we'll tell you this, but then we're going to beat you up in the alley afterwards.
I was going to say, then we have to kill you, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, they said that, so I'm just like...
He doesn't, they don't like talking about it. Because they did talk about it, but they don't like to.
This came out the same way, though. Like, in the same way that he brought that up, he brought this up. Because in the video, he says something like... Because it's like right at the end before it goes off. And the other time was like at the end of one topic before they started on another topic. And it's like both times he did it the same, where he made it seem like he slipped up something, and then he took it back and was like, well, I can't really talk about that. And then he's like, okay, I guess I can just go ahead and say this. And he did the same thing both times. And both times, everyone's talking about it. So I wonder if this is like something that they're planning, like how Tom Holland...
Maybe.
He always does the leaks for the thing.
Him and Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, when they're actually told to do it. So I wonder if it's something like that, where it's like, he's like, I can say that I knew this because anyone who pays attention knows that a Zelda game would be coming out sometime soon.
Well, before, I think it was like before Spider-Man Far From Home was revealed, and then Tom Holland was in an interview where he's like, when we were working on Spider-Man 1, and then he stops and says, not that there's more than one, and he like caught himself. But it does seem a little like too, you know, like frequent for Tom Holland, you know, just to like, come on, man.
All right, Ilya,
you know or you don't.
What is your game that you would bring? I'm just gonna say it for everyone else. URA Zelda is what I would say, but since
I don't want it,
it would have been canceled because the original URA Zelda that would have been not made for the Nintendo 64, but the 64 disc drive, where we read off the whole story plot where like you begin the game as an adult, because it would be like a weird alternate timeline version of Ocarina of Time, which would be cool.
Yep. It's not gonna happen though.
Yeah. But yeah, Ilya, you gotta pick one.
Ilya, tell us words.
I don't have one. There's no
game.
Abigail, no, we're not doing Amiibo Festival 2.
A game,
do it, Abigail.
A game from any...
That's worse than doing a Happy Home Designer 2.
Just pick a series that you would want a game that was canceled in. The only one I cannot think of is a canceled Animal Crossing game, because people have asked for a top 5 canceled Animal Crossing games, and I'm like, I don't even think there's 5 Animal Crossing games, let alone canceled Animal Crossing.
There's 4 main ones, if you don't count the Japanese one on the N64, which essentially the GameCube one was a port of that.
Yeah. Did you know the GameCube? There's a lot of content that was locked away, like by a paywall on the GameCube for Animal Crossing, that you could only get if you had the Game Boy Advanced connector with a bunch of Animal Crossing e-cards that unlocked
I feel like I
content.
did know that, but we didn't have
the island. I never had an Advance, so I never got to do any of the Game Boy stuff.
I did do the island.
What you could do is you just put a banana in the disk drive of the GameCube, and then you just close the lid on the banana, and when it spins the disk,
that's how you go to the island.
Here's banana into the console, and then it thinks that you've got the card plugged in. It tricks the console, and so
Jesse, you have 3 minutes.
I know, like, I
do,
literally
man.
have to press end and then go over to the next thing. Like, it's
Wii
on Discord
Sports
as
2
well.
Deluxe for Nintendo Switch. Thank you, Matendo.
Yes, Wii
That's the one.
Sports.
A series
Winner.
that I
Wii
always hate
Sports.
is the
I do love Wii Sports.
Nintendo 64 is the one that I played, but there's also a sequel on the GameCube. But it's the Wave Race 64.
Oh, I loved Wave Race.
I
Wave
hated
Race. Nostalgia. I love Wave Race.
Played the heck out of that on GameCube.
Yeah.
Oh, we played it
So-
a lot on N64.
Ilya, for the 52 people watching. A series.
I don't have a canceled
Give
game
us-
I want.
Give us something.
Fine. Okay.
Tell us the one Jesse wants.
Pick a
Jesse wants URA Zelda.
Pick a 32-bit or before game
I don't like those games.
that you would want. Okay, fine. A Nintendo 64 or GameCube or Wii game, so a non-HD Nintendo game. I was gonna say a before 32-bit, so like Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, NES, whatever. But a pre-HD Nintendo game that you would want either a remake for in HD.
We Fit.
Really?
That was
Yes.
very quick.
I've said that many times. I want more Fit.
Yeah, but every time it's so surprising. Just, I think I made this joke before too. Just stand on your Switch.
No.
Just
A little-
put
a little-
Or like,
Like, it can be set up like a heating pad is.
Oh my gosh,
No.
Dance Dance Revolution, but for Nintendo Switch.
it'll come with
Oh, I can't stand Dance
a
Dance.
Labo box, and if you stand on the box and it breaks,
No.
you're too fat.
Oh, that makes sense.
Should we
Which
start
is-
closing the
Then we're
podcast?
all gonna
Which is
die.
everyone, because cardboard's not strong.
Someone
Like-
in the chat brings up the BS Zelda games, and I think that's a great idea. Let's do that.
Okay, sure. BS Zelda.
Because they never released. Although people try to say it, and I'm like, no, those aren't necessarily, like...
They were.
Daniel owns a physical port, but, like, the BS...
It's a repro, though. It's not a legitimate
Yeah.
copy.
The one everyone talks about is the sequel to A Link to the Past that came out. And that one is like the Ancient Stone Tablets. That's the one that you can't necessarily get a legit version of because it had a live Japanese voice announcer and everything was like timed, to whereas there were other BS Zelda games that was just like a 16-bit A Link to the Past style remake of the first original Zelda game. You could download that one and play it exactly like the old one, but you can't.
Jesse, it's 6 o'clock.
I know, but I love you guys.
Aww. Too, but
All right, bye.
I also understand you got a thing. Wait, were you gonna just say goodbye and just click us out like that?
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, we introduced ourselves at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
all right. We love
Go
everybody.
play RuneScape with the troops.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
there's
sorry,
my
Jesse.
Twitch
And go
right there.
watch
There's promo.
One love. One love.
Someone post all of our Twitch and Instagram stuff. It's copied in the description.
Oh, I only posted my own. I'm sorry. My own. I'm sorry.
Rude.
So egocentric. All right, bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Go watch The Geek Apprentice and Daniel. And
Yes,
Jalima.
go watch Jesse's other podcast part on Zelda Universe.
Don't forget to eat peas.
And we were with
And
the Geeks
cues.
Agents yesterday. And
Oh
then we
my
were with Small
gosh.
Way. It's the last day. I got a podcast like every day this week. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's me again, Ilya Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like and comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.